Your path to success. Thoughts are things. When any object or purpose is clearly held in thought, its precipitation, in tangible and visible form, is a mere matter of time. The vision always precedes and determines by itself the realization. The money-conscious man constantly attracts money. The man with poverty consciousness constantly attracts poverty. Both meet the exact conditions, by thought, word and deed, that make the way for the thing of which they are conscious to come to them. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Job said, "That which I feared so much has come upon me." In modern psychological language, it might have been better expressed this way: the thing of which I was greatly conscious came upon me. Consciousness, or thought and faith, are mental cables by which the thing of which we are conscious finds its way to us. Man is the architect of his own fortune. He can make or break himself. He can be weak or strong, rich or poor, according to the way he manipulates his consciousness and develops his inherent capacity. It requires willpower, determination, self-improvement through work, activity and study. He must learn to clothe his mind in beautiful garments of strength and power. He must be willing to spend as much money, time and patience to achieve this mental clothing as he would to clothe his body, beautifully and efficiently. By abiding by the law of faith and proper adjustment in the business world, nothing is impossible. You have an inheritance of value that has no end. Although it has already been given to you, you will possess it only to the extent that you make ways for it to come to you by the fulfillment of natural, mental and spiritual laws. Great objects and purposes in life are not obtained by haphazard methods. You need only a talent to be great and powerful. But this talent must not be wrapped up in a napkin and hidden. It must be brought out and used. It must be cultivated. If you want to be great, discover your talent and then say to yourself, "This is all I do, forgetting all else, I press on to the high calling of my place." You have a royal birthright. If this birthright is not used, it remains unknown. There is success, fame and glory at the top, for the reason that few come to possess abundance. There is room for you. There is wealth for you. There is glory for you. Therefore, if you desire to reach the heights, deny to lower things the right to hold your attention. With the inherent power of will and desire, rise above their vibration. Remember that intention governs attention. Have an ideal that is great and glorious. Let this ideal be always beyond you. It may be necessary to create a new ideal often as you progress, for having arrived, it ceases to be an ideal. Study your ideal, commune with your ideal, visit it, dream of it, let your heart be fixed upon it, let your ambition and your energy lead you toward it. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The value you place on yourself speaks so loudly and strongly that people instinctively feel it in every sentence you utter. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Have faith in yourself and you will find your gift, and your gifts will exalt you and crown you with success. But keep this faith to yourself. Do you have a great future mapped out for you? Then try not to tell anyone, if you want to get there. Do you have a great plan or invention in the process of hatching? Keep it to yourself. If you don't, it will be aborted. They are your private property. Your faith in yourself, your future success, are strictly your private images, and no one should be able to see them except yourself. Keep these things in the womb of your brain, and when they are ready to be born, the world will know about them. Every building, large or small, was first a mental idea. From the idea it passed into the mental image. Ideas come from the realm of the invisible. Accepted and approved ideas become visible. All great business, all great success existed first in great ideas, great plans and cooperation with the divine mind of the universe. When visualizing or constructing mental images of your business, always stay within the limits of reasonable growth and development. Permanent success is usually moderate growth and development. If you build your mental image of success bigger than reason justifies, you are bound to fall with it. Premature success cannot be withheld. Visualize one thing until you achieve it. Then visualize a greater success until you have achieved it. Then further success, always within the bounds of reason and always allowing for improbable or unforeseen emergencies. At the top there are great opportunities because few men are capable of sufficient self-development, persistence and faith to climb to the top. The man who now earns $500 a month will not get $1,000 until he can render $1,000 a month service. You yourself are the maker of your fortune. When your real worth becomes so great and valuable as to make your services necessary, businessmen will seek you out at tempting salaries. Then you can set your own price and you will get it. Be willing to invest money in mental tools. Do anything that builds your courage. By thus creating success for yourself, you are necessarily creating success for others, because success depends, to some extent, on others. Others must succeed in order for you to succeed. Those who have nothing cannot buy your service or product. Therefore, you must stimulate success in others. The more successful you are at this, the more complete your success will be. You receive what you give. In giving much you receive more because the thoughts of others give you mental impulse, and in this impulse, you are carried along with the power of the great Oversoul, which is the source of all power. The impossible constantly becomes possible because someone dared to believe it was possible. The great inventions of the past were the work of those who believed more than others could believe. Their faith stimulated action, study, thought and effort. When faith is backed by works, it bears fruit. This is the universal law. Men of faith still have a long way to go. If you have faith, you are the one who will penetrate far into the realm of knowledge and bring forth from the invisible the new and amazing. This is a job for someone brave enough to stand fearlessly in the lion's den, while the lions of criticism roar, ridiculing him or threatening his life. To achieve much you must conserve your strength. You must devote them to the realization of your ideal. The miner digs deep into the bowels of the earth, working assiduously, denying himself pleasures and luxuries, in order to obtain the precious metal, so that he may secure the necessities of life to a greater and better extent. There are mines of mental gold, as well as mines of material gold. The mental gold mines are penetrated by concentration, diligence and interpenetrating thought. Thus, man clothes himself with mental gold, which enables him, by practical, ingenious and legitimate methods, to attract material wealth. Hard thinking is mental mining, and deep, penetrating thought enables the thinker to turn gold in the mind into gold in the hand. Mental mining, like gold mining, requires concentration. To concentrate is to fix attention on a common center. To centralize and intensify attention. To make the mind focus on one point. 100% attention is concentration. Dynamite is concentrated and crystallized energy. The mind becomes dynamic when it is concentrated. Such a mind achieves wonders. The dynamic mind succeeds where others fail. This is true because it evolves and invents means and methods to attract success. It has power to carry out its plans. The road to success is upward, and, in the upward climb, we must transcend and overcome many things that, like gravitation, tend to hold us back. Many educated people are failures because their knowledge is superficial and intellectual, instead of practical and vital. Therefore, it has not brought them into contact with the source of power. Many uneducated people have achieved success and honor because of that inner spirit, which knows no defeat. The impossible is constantly becoming possible. To attain the powers of the master mind, you must be free to think, believe and practice. The conscious repetition of any affirmation, complimentary or otherwise, arouses in you the very quality expressed in the affirmation. Remember that your real I is perfect and ideal, because it is spiritual, and that spirit can never be less than perfect. The ability to concentrate is the hallmark of genius. It consists in the ability to keep the mind open to the source of unlimited knowledge and thus secure mental precision, wisdom, knowledge, power, inspiration and unfoldment, and to avoid misdirected and undirected mental power, which are responsible for the many failures in life. Too many people undertake life haphazardly, without definite aims and purposes. The first consideration in life should be to become familiar with the universal laws, which govern the mental and physical planes of existence. Using the simile of electricity, the spirit can be compared to high voltage energy, the mind, to a transformer station. When the chariot is off the wire, man's condition is inert, uncertain and timid, and if he ventures before re-establishing this contact, his efforts fail. To know oneself psychologically is to know how to establish the necessary contact and thus apply the driving force to the problems of life with the greatest success and the least resistance. The difference between men lies in their knowledge of the application of the laws governing this power. Unused power is not like hidden gold. It has no value until it is discovered and applied. Spiritual power is convertible into any good. Properly directed, it will achieve any purpose. This power is the pearl of great price. It is a treasure hidden in the field, which a man discovered while plowing, and he went and sold all that he had and bought the field. It is the talent wrapped in a napkin and hidden that men must discover and uncover to realize anything of value. This pearl of great price can be obtained through the exercise of persistent, intelligent and well-directed effort. When we say that a man puts his whole spirit into his work, we mean that he allows his spirit to direct the work he is doing. All work, all art, in fact, all the enterprises of life must have soul to succeed. Soul and spirit are practically synonymous terms, and the laws governing them are as definite, certain and infallible in their results as the law of mathematics. Any person without knowledge of geography and without a compass would have great difficulty in finding a foreign country or city. But with knowledge of geography, possession of a compass and the necessary means to travel, he could easily find that destination. The universal law is always the same, as far as offspring are concerned, each one begets after his own kind. This is true on both the spiritual and physical planes. Your spirit is the universal spirit extended and manifested through human form. You are a branch of the infinite one in the same sense that a twig is a limb of a tree or a vine. It is of the same nature. Man is more than man. All the possibilities of the divine being are waiting to unfold through him, just as the flowerless rose, slumbering on the plant in midwinter, is carried into summer by the intelligence of the bush, through growth and effort. Those who fail walk in darkness or uncertainty. They are not in touch with the light or guidance of universal law. They are doing the will of the personal self rather than that of the divine self. They have not yet gained the knowledge that sets them free. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the StargateBook channel.